This is a Shock podcast.
Shock.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Art of Beauty. Today we're going to be talking about our top 10 lipsticks, and I have a very special guest with me here today, Tania. Hi, please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Tania. I am a beauty PR manager in Touch PR Malaysia, and I was also the former beauty writer at Harpers Bazaar Malaysia.
All right, flex. Let's go. So basically, the way that me and Tania know is that I used to be in the agency life and no longer am, thank goodness. It wasn't for me. But we used to work in PR together, and that's how we got to know each other. What, 2 years ago? No, is it 2 years ago?
It was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. We worked
my
for a couple of
gosh.
months together. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, crazy, right? That was like my first foray into PR because like I had like just graduated from uni and had no idea what to do with my life. But I knew for a fact that I loved makeup, I loved being creative, and I was like, sick, this is, something that I could try out. But at the end of the day, I realized it wasn't for me, but Tania carried on. So obviously we haven't worked together in about a year and a half, and you've carried on in the PR agency thing.
I love it. I guess it's for
That's
some
the thing.
people.
Yeah, like I was just wondering like why you love it, because I hate it. Every job has its stresses.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying that what I do now is easy or
Easier.
easier
Yeah.
or anything like that. Every job has its stresses, but like that particular life,
It's
work
just not
life,
for
which
you.
just wasn't for me
Yeah.
personally. So I was just like wondering like what is it like doing PR for beauty companies? Also, can you please like drop some names as to who you work with,
Oh.
please? Thank you.
Flex. Oh, of course. I'm currently working really closely with a couple of skincare brands. I think, at least for my clients, we deal with a lot of skincare brands, and we do Dr. Dennis Gross Skincare. He's a world expert skin.
Love the peels.
Yeah,
Love
I
the
love.
peels.
You love the peels?
Oh yeah, of course I
It's
do. Yeah.
Amazing. It's like
So good.
life changing. Also have Anastasia Beverly Hills,
Fenty.
Fenty Beauty.
Why am I
and
reminding
Fenty-
you
Yeah,
who you
exactly.
work for? Damn. Yes, you work with Fenty as well. I mean, I'm a
Yes.
Fenty girl, so
Are
that's
you?
why.
Oh yeah. You know
I'm a
what?
huge Fenty girl.
I just remembered. I think that was one time you were like, Tania, do you like the eavesdrop? Right?
Oh my god. Okay, so basically, I have dropped that eavesdrop thing on everybody around me, and I've talked about it so much on this podcast as well because
heard.
I love it. Is my number one. My
Number
number one.
one?
You cannot take it away from me.
Oh my
I
god.
don't care. Yeah.
The thing is, I think a lot of people are so focused with the, the matchstick, which is a unique product, but I think the eavesdrop doesn't get enough attention.
You think so? Am I the
Yeah.
only one that's raving about it as much as I do?
Honestly, when I was listening to your episode on the eavesdrop, I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's also kind of a dupe for the Dior backstage for
Right.
yes, yeah.
I see.
And it's like, I guess, natural girl's dream come true. Definitely more on the natural side compared to the soft mattes. I guess it's a great layer. I think a good indication of a really, really, really well-performing foundation or a base is that it works well with other products. I think communicating the technology and innovation of a product is good, but if you can get it to the right audience, that sticks really well, and that's what they do.
And that's what you do as well.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I translate to the Malaysian market.
Yeah.
So these are the brands that I work with. So they're pretty strong brands, which, it sometimes puts me in a tough spot, because how do you grow a brand that's so big already, right?
I see.
But a big part of my job is just to kind of translate that into the Malaysian market, because not everything that's really big internationally can play well in the Malaysian field,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I never thought about that. But okay,
because
yeah.
we do hear like big brands. I mean, Armani Beauty and I guess Chanel and Dior Beauty are in its own league. But when it comes to Malaysia, then maybe they're fighting with brands that they didn't have to fight with in the international stage.
Right. Gotcha.
So it's those kind of things, and how you translate that into the Malaysian market, which is our expertise.
Right. Yeah, no, I've been
Yes.
campaigning for Charlotte Tilbury to enter Malaysia, and
Oh
it's
girl,
still isn't it?
you'll get good news very soon.
Charlotte Tilbury, for some reason, I can't explain it, maybe you can.
Yeah.
Charlotte Tilbury appeals to Malaysian markets so much more than a brand like Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona
Oh, for sure.
would. In my opinion, I might be able to boil it down to the fact that Charlotte Tilbury is very like classic,
Yes.
right? Parisian chic,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
working with more like neutral tones, and like her stuff is not very like va-va-voom, in the
Yeah.
sense that Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona, if you look at their eyeshadow palettes, for example, right? They're very colorful and they're all about like
More is more.
yeah, more is more.
Yeah.
Whereas like Charlotte Tilbury is not. It's more like effortless,
Yeah.
elegance.
I love Charlotte Tilbury.
I think everyone does.
Oh,
I love it. Though.
Their lipstick, the Bond Girl, was my favorite for years until I couldn't get it in Malaysia.
Yeah, oh yes, I have included a Charlotte Tilbury.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Spoiler alert. Yes, I have included one of her stuff. Yeah. Oh, this is such a great segue into
Yeah.
actually getting into what our top 10 faves are. So basically
Yeah.
the way that this works is that we alternate. So you can start first and then I will go after that. And then we'll get through our list together. So what's your number one pick?
I think I'll start with a Malaysian brand. To be honest, I've tried tons of makeup brands before.
Okay.
And it just never occurred to me before that, Malaysian beauty brands can do it better.
Yeah.
To be honest, this has really like surprised me. The second I put it on, I was like, okay, the shade selection, texture, and the wearability, the fact that it doesn't transfer, it was my go-to when I was wearing, when we had to wear the face mask everywhere, because it never transferred. And it's by Velvet Vanity.
Okay.
Have you
right,
heard of
right.
it?
Yeah, of course. Have
you tried anything from there?
I mean, I've said this in previous episodes as well. I'm really, really bad when it comes to Malaysian brands. Not because I don't want to try them, it's because I just don't know where to start.
Yeah.
Because there is so much
Yes.
out there. I'm not the biggest lip person, and a lot of Malaysian brands tend to start with lip products.
Yes.
So
yeah.
I kind of get like a bit lost. I know that objectively, Velvet Vanity is a good brand with good lip products in particular.
Yeah, I think the shade selection, and because they create colors for Malaysians, they have
okay,
us
right.
as their main target market. It makes buying lipstick so enjoyable, because one thing that I've realized shopping for beauty in general was that if I go for international brands, it was always one product out of like the entire brand that would work for me.
Right.
Whereas with Malaysian brands, we've been seeing a bit more credibility on them, and they're growing quite fast, almost as fast as a lot of international beauty brands.
Right. Okay.
The only difference is that they start catering for our skin tone. Even if we're not talking about a base product, a lipstick that just matches with our yellow undertone. So I have one, and the one that I use all the time, that for me, I have like, I guess I'm a medium to deep skin tone with a yellow undertone.
Sure.
Would you say that?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, yeah. I would say that's accurate.
And this one that I always use is called the OG Cheap Thrills.
Okay.
Is the best nude that you can find.
Yeah, because like all of our definitions of nude differ as well.
For sure,
right?
yeah.
Like what is nude on you is not nude on me, because I'm
absolutely not.
Yeah, because I'm quite fair.
I think this one, the OG Cheap Thrills, will probably look more brown on you, like deep brown.
Deep.
But for me, it was like the perfect nude shade. This is probably my third.
Okay, so you
repurchase.
love it.
I love this. I've not found a nude that is just as wearable as this one.
Like, what's the finish though?
It's a matte finish.
Okay,
but
duh. I don't know why I asked that. That's such a dumb question. Okay, it's a matte finish. But are you a matte girl?
I'm a matte finish girl, but I hate like matte lipsticks that kind of sucks the moisture out of your lips.
Oh god, yeah. If you got crusty, dusty lips like me,
Girl,
that does not
boat.
work. But then you're okay with actually, you know what? I know what you mean. There are certain matte formulas that don't dry down like the Sahara Desert.
Very rare, but there are.
Yeah. And this is one of them.
There we go.
There we go.
I would say all the lipsticks that I've chosen today have a matte finish.
Interesting. Wait, hang on. I'm looking at my lip.
Because I know you wear gloss. Like, you wear a lot of gloss.
I'm a very glossy. Like,
yeah. I hate gloss.
Do you? I know it's not
gloss.
for everyone because it's like sticky. Well, not sticky, but like if you have long hair and stuff like that, it's just annoying because like, it gets all over your face and it's gross.
Yeah.
But okay. So your first one is
the Velvet Vanity Liquid Lip Matte.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so onto mine.
Yeah.
My first one is the Patrick Ta Monochrome Moment Silky Lip Creme.
Can I just say
In
really
particular,
quickly?
the She's Independent shade.
she's independent. I can never get a hold of it, so I'm bitter about it.
Really? But I've had this bottle for like 2 years now. I discovered it when a makeup artist used it on me about 2 years ago. She paired this lip cream on me along with the lip liner, She's Strong. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like moussey. I wouldn't say that the selection of colors that if you know Patrick Ta's makeup, you know that he is very like monochrome, like brown tones with like a little bit of like rosiness. Yeah. They're quite similar in tone lah. Okay. But they go from light to dark. Okay. So in terms of variety, it's not like the best, but like the formula is what I am absolutely in love with. Again, like it's got this like moussey-ish texture. It's not like whipped or anything like that, but it's so smooth, dude. And like the shade She's Independent in particular is like perfect nude, full like glam thing. This is like perfection. I do not use anything else. I will not use anything else. This is
interesting.
Perfect.
Longevity wise,
so none of the lipsticks that I'm recommending today dry down matte. None of them do, which means it's not transfer proof.
But that's what makes this episode good, because we got some variety
here.
We literally the opposites.
Okay? Yeah. If you care about transfer proof, listen to Tania's recommendations. If you don't care about them, then come over to my side. But I know on Sephora it's not like the most available. If you can get your hands on this one, it doesn't even have to be this particular shade, but this particular formula from Patrick Ta, I would highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Come on, like it's sold out for a reason. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's sold out for a reason. So
I'm a matte gal, but I'm actually considering.
I'm okay with bold lipsticks, but I know that with his like the bullet ones that he's got, I know he's got a nude in there. I can't remember for the life of me what it's called, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that one dries down matte. Okay. If you want to give it a shot.
And I know his shade selections are good because he is close to Shay Mitchell.
Yeah.
Who is kind of deeper, medium deep.
Yeah. I would say she has like the same skin tone as you.
Kind of, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
Patrick Ta, that's my number one. My number one. Okay. Nice. Next.
Okay, the next one. I actually have two from this brand. Okay. And they're Sunny's Face.
Oh my god, Sunny's Face has been on my like bucket list of
my
stuff
god.
it's like brands to look at for ages. You've been wearing Sunny's Face for a while now.
Forever.
That I know.
Yeah, I think I started using it in my first year of working at Harpers Bazaar. Right. And they would like have all of them. So I have the entire collection.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they were like, here's a PR
Dude,
kit.
You told me that.
Oh, I need to look you up. So they were like, okay, here, take everything, and they gave me their fluff mattes, which is their bullet lipstick.
Yes.
That till today is my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, no, it looks so good. It looks so good.
I think it's also because they're Filipino.
Yes.
You know, and
so
again,
they cater to us, to our skin tones.
Exactly. The same way that Velvet Vanity does as well. So they've gotten the formulation for all their products down to the best in the industry, I would say.
If you don't know Sunny's Face, they are internationally renowned. Like they are actually known outside of Southeast Asia.
Yes.
It's not just like a brand that stayed within Asia. Like I know I've seen a lot of beauty content creators in the UK and in the
rave
US
about it.
Using it.
Yeah,
and I've been meaning to try it for like ages, but I just haven't.
So I have two different formulas. So I'll talk about the fluff matte ones first.
Yes, sure.
Okay, with fluff mattes, they are my go-to any day, any time.
Are you wearing it now? What are you wearing?
I'm actually wearing the other formulation, which is the lip dip, which I'll go in later. But the fluff mattes are satin, I would say, but they kind of, if you blot it, they become matte and they stay on forever. And the shade that I would say would be great for medium to deep skin tone if you want a nude would be Baked.
Right, okay.
So that's just like the best. It has like a bit of orange brick in it.
Right, corally.
Yeah, corally, but it still has enough brown for you to call it a nude. You know, sometimes people are like, oh, it's a nude, but it's a completely orange. You know, and it's totally off the nude spectrum. But this is full on the best nude that I've ever tried. And then there's another one that's called Fembot. The thing that I love about Sunny's Face is that whenever they do a new launch of a new shade selection, they have like 10 models model the
Right,
same color.
okay.
So you're able to see yourself in that campaign, and you're like, oh, I think I'm model number 4.
Right,
And this
okay.
is how this is going to look on me.
Right.
So
right,
it
right.
just really plays on diversity. And from there, you definitely see how different one shade looks on a whole ton of people.
Yeah.
You know,
of course.
like the pinks may look a little nude to deeper skin tones. It will look completely bold and like almost electric pink to like the more fairer skin tones. So
Right.
I love Sunny's Face. It's top tier.
Right,
for
right,
me.
right.
Yeah. So Sunny's Face, fluff mattes.
Yeah, no, it's definitely on my list. I need to,
Yes,
I
get
need to
it,
head back
babe.
to their website. It's been a while.
They're on Shopee.
Shut up.
I'm
See, I
not
had no
even-
idea. I had no idea.
They're on Shopee and Lazada.
Okay,
So you're
right.
able to just kind of pay, I think it's like a nominal fee of 4
they
or
have a
5
warehouse
ringgit.
here?
They don't. So they ship everything
from the Philippines.
from the Philippines.
Okay.
But it doesn't take long. It really just takes 3 working days, and it's
Okay, but yeah, no, I will definitely be having a look again at Sunny's Face. Okay, awesome. Well, my next one is the Huda Beauty Power Bullet Cream Glow Lipstick.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never tried it.
So I feel like this kind of flew under the radar. Like, I feel like I don't hear that many people talking about it.
Yeah.
I think it dries down matte, but it goes on quite like silky smooth. So yeah, and this one I think this range in particular runs quite dark. I don't mind wearing darker browns and stuff like that, or darker like mauvey tones or rosy tones. So if you're really fair and you don't wear darker lipsticks like that, then like I wouldn't recommend this line in particular just because of the shades that are available in this
Yeah.
line. But if you're not scared of it, then I would highly recommend trying it out. It's kind of like, again, it's just like glides on really like smoothly. It's a bullet lipstick. The shade that I use in particular it's called Baby Face. It's like kind of like a darkish brownish. It's like semi matte.
Okay.
So satin, yeah, it's like a bit satiny that runs quite cool. It's got quite a cool tone.
Okay.
I have quite a warm skin tone. Like I'm yellow, and like when I tan, I turn quite mustardy, kind of gross. But the lipsticks that I am inclined to use, funnily enough, are actually cool toned ones.
Yeah, that's what I realized as well.
Like the nudes that I use are very like rosy, mauvey, and like the browns that I use are like, they're not like warm chocolate brown.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't really gravitate towards that. I do use it, but then like my go-tos, a lot of the shades that I've got right now, bar maybe 1 or 2, are cool.
Yeah.
So I know Huda Beauty has a lot of like I've tried like her liquid mattes and stuff like that, and they're good. Huda Beauty does really great lip products, but this one in particular, I feel like it just glides on really smoothly in general, and the dry down is like matte but not too matte. Because I
Okay.
got crusty lips, so I don't feel like I have to add like a lip gloss on top of it.
Okay.
And it's like my perfect like quote unquote matte, even though it's not strictly a matte. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
The most matte that you'll
Yeah,
go.
it's the most matte that I'll get.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah. Liquid lipsticks for me, they just don't work because I got crusty lips. So like it doesn't.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not a liquid matte kind of gal. Yeah, so something like this was good in that. I mean, it says it in the name. It's kind of creamy, but like it does dry down essentially, but not too much.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
I don't own anything from Huda Beauty before.
Right. Okay.
Just because I was just like, oh, I don't know if it's like a trendy, because it was really trending at one time.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I don't know if this is like a trendy beauty brand, if it really
Yeah.
works. And I've always kind of steered away from makeup artists' own beauty brands.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Like why?
Just because, I mean, with Patrick Star as well, right? Just because
Yeah.
I feel like it would probably be too profesh for me.
Oh.
Do you know what I
okay,
mean?
Okay.
Like, I'm not there yet. So I feel
Right,
like
I
a lot
see.
of the products that they use are meant for them and their kind.
Right.
So I just feel like I can't. This is probably way too advanced. I feel like there's a certain technique that is attached to the products.
Right.
That only they have the artistry to do. A lot of the brands that I like were founded by just beauty lovers.
Right.
Like
Because
people
it's
who
fuss free.
it is. It's like, okay,
Right.
beauty created for them, aka created for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I
got you.
hear, I mean, like, you know, Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, Charlotte Tilbury is amazing all around. So I mean, she's a
You'll make
makeup
an
artist.
exception, yeah.
Yeah, but she is also catering to the everyday girl.
Yeah.
So in my
exactly.
head, I'm like, okay, who is the everyday girl that started a beauty brand? I will follow her.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Got you. Yeah. So that's my pick. What is your third one?
Okay, I think I'll just run with Sunny's Face first. So the
Okay.
one that I'm wearing right now is called their lip dips. So this is moussey.
Ah,
Moussey goosey. It's so comfortable.
Okay.
Because for me, like in my head, like something that is a little moussey or a little, I just feel like they would transfer really badly or they would bleed out and it wouldn't like
Yeah.
stay. But what I like to do with the lip dips from Sunny's Face is kind of apply it only on certain parts and then just dab it with my finger.
Right. Okay.
And
okay.
this just leaves it wouldn't intensify the lip product to its greatest potential, but
Right.
it gives you like this really soft shade.
Right.
And the one that I use all the time and the one I'm using right now is called Boysenberry. I think
Okay.
I'm saying that right. Boysenberry. Yeah, they call it their lip creams, but I would say it's kind of a moussey texture.
So it's kind of
and-
like how I described the Patrick Ta one.
Kind of,
'Cause it's
but
kind of like a
even more
cream.
matte.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay,
this
so the
is-
dry down's matte.
Yeah, I would kind of call it just straight up mousse. Like if you can
Right.
imagine how a mousse is and
Yeah.
how when you swatch it, it just sinks into
Sure.
your skin and it becomes
Yeah.
like a tint almost.
Right. Okay.
That was how I would describe the lip dips.
Right.
But they come in the most extraordinary shades.
Right,
It's
okay.
ridiculous.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
the one that I use for a kick of berries and a tinge of red would be boysenberry.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Even though you describe it that way, it doesn't look like that. It looks
Yes.
very like wearable.
Oh,
on you,
completely.
like right now.
Yeah.
Now that I'm looking.
I think if you put it on directly
Mm-hmm.
as you would a liquid lipstick, it can go off a bit intense.
Okay.
Because like the pigment is super strong.
Right.
So that's why I kind of like to just kind of put it in certain parts and then just swipe it around and dab it, and that works the best for me, especially for the more intense shades.
I see.
But they do, I mean, with Sunny's Face, everything comes with a nude alternative.
Right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so they do have the nude spectrums that
Okay.
I would just kind of swipe on.
I see. I
Yeah.
see. Well, it sounds like it's very like multi-use almost.
Yes.
It's very what's it called? Not adaptable. Oh, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's like there's so much that you can do with it.
Yes, it's multi-use. There are some shades that are a little redder that you can
Okay.
use as a blush.
Okay, sick.
Yeah,
Right.
So these
Awesome.
I love these. These are so great. And the thing about Sunny's Face as well, it's so affordable. So we're not
Yes,
talking
that's
about
right.
in the hundreds. I think the lip dips are probably 40 ringgit.
Really?
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, for the quality that you get,
Yeah.
the color selections that you are provided with,
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It doesn't look like a drugstore product, but
yeah.
it's priced like a drugstore product.
Yeah. Oh,
So
that's
it's really
amazing.
great. Yeah. And
You
I
get the
love
best of
having
both
it.
worlds then.
Yep, absolutely.
Ah.
And I mean, you just follow them on Instagram and you get so much inspiration.
Yeah, I
from,
love their
yeah.
Instagram page.
It's
Yeah.
so cool. It's
Yeah.
super. It speaks to, I guess, people like you and I.
Gen Z.
And like the Gen.
Yeah.
I'm a millennial.
Millennial.
I think
Sorry,
I'm a
sorry.
millennial.
Sorry. I forgot. Which is 1 year. It's just 1 year difference. But yes, no, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So I 100% recommend. Probably get the fluff mat.
Yeah, the fluff mat to me sounds like the most
You.
yeah, sounds like
Yeah.
more me
Yeah,
than
absolutely.
the other one.
Yeah.
On to my next
Yes.
one. So my third pick is the Fenty Beauty Stunner Lip Paint in Uncuffed and Unbuttoned.
Let's go.
Hold up. Okay. I know it's a matte. I know.
Okay.
And it's dry.
It's matte.
Dry.
Yeah.
But I love it with like lip gloss on top. Like I would
Okay.
never wear it on its own. But the colors that these two colors in particular, one of them is like uncuffed, if I'm not mistaken, is like the same like pinky like tone that I go with, and unbuttoned runs quite warm, right? It's like a warm
Yeah.
nude almost. If you have like the crustiest lip, I would not recommend this at all because it does dry down super dry.
Yeah.
It does. But I just make it work for me because I like the shades.
Yeah.
So I always put like I just make sure to, moisturize my lips beforehand, put it on, and then on top of that, I would go in with like one of their lip glosses. I have all of them as well. My only gripe with it is that the applicator is like so big. The actual product, the thing that comes in is actually so small.
Yeah.
So the majority of the product is the applicator.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it comes in that like pointy like triangle like thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Thing.
Yeah. So and it's quite runny, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's quite liquidy. It's not moussey or anything. It's really liquidy.
Liquid lipstick.
It's actually a
dries
liquid
off
lipstick.
super matte.
Yeah, it does dry off super matte.
Yeah. I mean, with Rihanna as well, like she's so big on getting everyone's shade. I think when she's creating a new product, her testing period is super lengthy because she doesn't want to exclude anyone out.
Yeah.
I think that is also a great backstory of the brand, was when she was becoming a big pop star, it was really difficult for her to find her favorite products in the best shades. I mean, that's what you said about the shade selection. You love the shades that you are willing to even compromise.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Absolutely. And that's saying a lot, though. That's actually saying a lot.
Yeah, she gets it right. Fenty, we love you.
Yeah, we love you. Okay. Yes. Onto your fourth one, Tania.
Yeah. So talking about affordability here, I think that's a big part of lipsticks, just because lipsticks you kind of can have a collection of.
Yeah.
With lipsticks, you just kind of can go a bit crazy with it.
Yeah. And like sometimes, dude, like I literally have like 10 lipsticks of the same shade.
Oh my god, me too.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I actually thinking about it, it's so bad. But
I mean, that's the reality of it. I think people just love and the fact that it can be affordable is a good thing. So I do have an affordable option here.
A drugstore one, yes.
It's a drugstore one. And it's actually, it caught me by surprise because TikTok beauty trends have been such a big thing these days, and the weirdest and the most unexpected product can jump in sales just because, one viral video went around.
Yeah.
So this is a product of a TikTok viral video. Okay, let's go. And it's the Maybelline New York Superstay Matte Ink.
Ah, okay,
so
right.
Going back to the mattes. When I first saw it, I was like, okay, these look like highlighters. So this is actually quite bulky, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, we are so accustomed to sleek lipstick packaging these days that when you see something like this, you're like, this is so basic. And I was like, oh, not feeling it. But because I heard so many good things about it, I was like, yeah, fine, I'll buy it. This is probably like 20 ringgit.
Okay, that's amazing.
Again, right? Yeah. And the shade selection, I would say they have 10 and they kind of all look the same. So I got mine in the shade 300 Front Runner. And because it was like, oh, this is a bit bricky, I love a little orange.
Yeah, you're not like a brown girl. That's what I've noticed.
No, this is closer to orange than it is to brown.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So I bought it and I was like, hey, no high expectations for this. Put it on probably before I went to work at like 9 a.m. And then I had a whole day of work, came home, and my lipstick was the only thing left on my face. I was shook. I was just like, did I reapply like right before I got in? That was how intact everything was. And I was like, no, it can't be. Superstay, the name Superstay is literal.
Longevity 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. This is so great. And
because of how long lasting it is, do you find that it's easy to take off like at the end of your day?
Slightly difficult. Good point. Slightly difficult. I do have to kind of because usually with my lip products I usually take it off with a micellar water, but this one I really had to go in with an oil,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just take everything off, and it's not the type that stains or tints your lips. It's more that it's on your lips forever. Yeah, so it dissolves pretty easily with an oil. So that's the only bad thing about this. Other than that, this is great for anybody that still is a little wary and conscious about your surroundings, and you still want to wear a mask but you still want to wear a good lipstick. Maybelline New York Superstay Matte Ink. Thank you very much.
Noted. Got it. On to my fourth one. My fourth one is the Charlotte Tilbury Superstar Lips lipstick in Everlasting Kiss, and that's exactly what I'm wearing right now. It doesn't look like anything, right?
Yes, yeah.
It just looks like my lips were better.
Yes,
right?
Literally,
right? Funny story about this one. So my grandma is a makeup hoarder. Yeah, she's got good taste in makeup actually. Yeah. And sometimes like she'll come over to my house and bring like a bag full of all this like unused products.
Okay.
Like as though she's, you know, getting PR or something like that.
Oh, girl.
Yeah, she'll just bring in and she'd be like, take this. And this was one of the ones that she brought.
So it's not even something that you picked
No,
out?
I didn't pick it out. I literally didn't pick it out. I had never heard of it. And I was like, you know, like, what's this? And I was like, and then she was like, oh, I don't know. You can just take it if you want. And I was like, okay, yeah, I will. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
And then I used it and I was like, oh my God, it's literally my lips, but better. Like,
what finish is it? I'm so
it's
intrigued.
okay, so I would say this is not matte.
Not
at
matte.
all. If anything, I would liken it to a lip balm.
But with a lot of pigment.
Yes.
You know what? That's really interesting because I can never imagine building up lip balm.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. You wouldn't, unless it comes in a
because it
squeezy
slips and
tube.
slides.
Yeah, exactly.
After like the first application.
Exactly.
So I will definitely try this one.
Yeah, no, this one, the finish is just really nice again because it's like a lip balm, so it's not like a lip gloss where it's sticky. But it doesn't-
Hydrating.
Yeah, it's just hydrating. This is like my everyday going to work lipstick because it doesn't look like anything.
Okay.
And like I like to keep it that way.
Yeah.
So like if I eat and blah, because all of the recommendations that I've put forward are not transfer proof.
Okay.
So this one literally looks, even after I've eaten, it literally looks like nothing's changed.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's the most fuss free, I feel.
yeah, it's very out of all of this is like the most fuss free.
Yeah.
Because like it's just my lips but better. I'm not a pillow talk girl.
Same. Same.
You know, that's supposed to be like their universal shade, right? They
Yes.
keep preaching about that, and that's why they have a, you know, line of like pillow talk, this and that, right?
Yes.
But I find that it just wasn't for me.
Yeah, it's definitely not for me.
Yeah, because is it on the lighter side?
It
If I'm not mistaken, I
is.
haven't
Yeah,
used
it
in a
makes
while.
me look dead.
Right.
Yeah.
'cause it's quite light.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I felt like that was, sorry to say this, overhyped.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because
yeah.
I was like, okay, if everyone is using it, like I should be using it.
Yeah.
Like, or at least I feel like it would be suitable for me.
Yeah,
but
because
it's
that's what
not.
they keep saying, right?
Yes.
It's a universal
Everyone,
shade.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to the extent. I feel like it does look pretty on some people, not for everyone.
Yeah,
I
not for
wouldn't.
everyone.
Yeah, I would just take that claim back a notch. You
Yeah.
know, like not for everyone.
Yeah.
but we
So-
still love you, Charlotte.
Yeah, we still love you, Charlotte. But Everlasting Kiss is what I feel like Pillow Talk should have been. It's the same tone as Pillow Talk.
Okay.
In my opinion, the formula is better.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Anyway, on to the last one. So yeah, what's your last
Yes.
pick?
My last one, I am, name dropping a client here.
Okay. Yes.
But
Plug.
this
Let's
has
go.
absolutely no, I'm not saying this because they're my client. I really, really, really love this, and it's actually in their latest packaging. So this is their satin lipstick,
Okay.
the furthest I can get
Okay.
from my
Right.
mattes.
Right.
And this is in shade Dusty Rose. And this is, I think you would love
yeah,
this,
I know. I was just about to
right?
say this. I was like, that's my kind of color.
Yeah, it's so good. I think for Anastasia, she
Right.
founded the brand, and for her, I don't think that finding the right shade was important
Yeah.
for her. That's why she really focused on formula.
Right.
So
okay.
this formula, although I wouldn't say it's the most long lasting in my 5 favorites, it will probably give you 5 hours of really
Okay.
good wear.
Okay.
But what I love about this is that they took into consideration that even if it wears out nicely. You know?
Okay. Yeah. No. I know.
You're
I know
not
what you
gonna
mean.
peel your lips, you're not gonna see patches here and there. So it was created for the whole day, but it's not gonna give you the same intensity the whole day. So maybe the 5 first hours you'll see the true colors of the lipstick. After the 5-hour mark, it will just kind of slowly fade away, but in a beautiful way where it's like,
Right.
okay, you really see the wear in it. It
Right,
just becomes
okay.
like, oh, your lips, but better. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, and this comes in, I want to say 15 shades.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
solid.
So Anastasia, she kind of co-founded the brand now with her daughter Norvina.
Norvina. Yes.
And Norvina's a big fan of like, the more glam you can get, the better
better.
in life you are.
Right,
So
okay.
she's super glam.
Yeah.
I love where Anastasia's heading in the sense that they are kind of half Anastasia, half Norvina.
Right,
So
I
in
see.
every launch that they do, there's always going to be the classic, like the Dusty Rose that you saw.
Yes.
Great for everyday wear, but you also have a great line line of bold colors that will fit for people like Norvina, who wants, she just wants to go all out. So the shade selection is there, the formulation is there. She took her time creating the lipsticks because, as you know, she was very famous for her eyebrows.
Yes.
And then she moved on to her eyeshadow palettes.
Yeah.
And then she went into lips. So the lips took quite a while to perfect.
Right.
But I would say that she really nailed this.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
so good.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. I mean, ordinarily, like, I wouldn't think of lip products when it comes to ABH.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is
'cause-
why I think this would probably be the most swept under the rug product I would have.
Right.
Yeah, so nobody really talks about it.
Right, I see. Right, okay, cool. Well, that was your last one. And now on to
Yes.
my last one. Again, another one that I feel like is just not talked about so much. It's the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipstick.
I've never tried that.
See, yeah,
Yeah.
but that's because when you think of Natasha Denona, you think about her eyeshadow palettes.
Yes,
If at all.
absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
This line in particular, so she has I Need a Nude
Okay.
and she has I Need a Rose. I mean, that it kind of says it for itself, right? So the I Need a Rose lipsticks are all like rosy tones. Again, perfect. I love them all. Her I Need a Nude lipsticks, I'm pretty sure she's got like 15, if not 20
Shut. Are you
of
serious?
just nudes. So when I'm talking about nudes, I'm talking about like skin tone, yeah? Like, I'm not talking about pinky nude.
Yeah,
no.
no.
Nude.
Proper nude.
Proper nude. So you get like skin tone colors, essentially.
That's
like
so
like really skin
interesting.
tone colors. So it's very, in a sense, it's very Kim K, because Kim Kardashian wears
she
a lot
goes
of
there.
like she wears a lot of lipsticks that are literally her skin tone.
Yeah.
And like sometimes people don't like that because it kind of camouflages with your
Yeah, in terms of dimension as well.
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
You lose that.
Exactly. But again, this shade I got in particular, it's called Judith. It's not my skin tone, obviously not. I don't roll like that. I don't. You know, I don't wear.
Leave it to Kim K.
Yeah, I don't wear lipsticks that are the same color as my skin tone. It looks flat on me.
Yeah.
Some people can carry it off, but like it looks very, very flat on me. But this one in particular, like, I feel like it's very similar to. Honestly, I would say it's not as creamy as the Huda Beauty one that I was talking about, but it's kind of there. Again, it's a bullet lipstick, and it's the variety of shades that actually caught my eye.
Okay.
So,
you
like,
got like a couple of shades deeper.
Darker, yeah,
Okay.
way darker than my list. But then the thing is, it would be a perfect nude on someone else. Like
Yeah.
a perfect nude because they're meant to be quite close to, maybe not exactly like skin tones, but quite close to skin tones.
Okay.
The one thing I probably didn't like is that because they were trying to mimic skin tones, there are some that run quite, oh my god, my sister got one, I think it was called like Noah or something. It ran quite grey on her, I think.
okay.
Yeah, but that's only because it was on her. Like, it's not a nude for her. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Like, it would be a perfect nude on someone else, but on her it ran grey
Yeah.
because like it was quite cool toned as well, and she's got very she's got a very warm skin tone. The stuff that I recommended so far, again, in terms of longevity, it's not there, but that's because of the formula that I gravitate towards.
Yeah.
But this one is pretty decent. Yeah. Anyway, that was my last one, which means that we've officially wrapped up on this episode. I feel like it's gone on for about, oh my god, it's been like almost an hour and a half. But that's because we've had so much to talk about.
Yeah.
So yeah, any closing remarks? I mean, firstly, I'd like to thank you for Tania took her day off today to come and record this with me.
for men.
So thank you so much for coming in and talking to me about this, because like, I know you're a skincare girl.
I
so
am,
yeah, you're
yes.
more of a skincare girl. I mean, I like my skincare too, but this is a makeup season.
Of
So
course.
maybe, next season we'll talk about skincare. In which case I will definitely have you back on. But yeah, thank you for taking the time out to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I think just jumping off that, I am a skincare girl, but I feel like, you know how some people really can't leave the house without their brows, or putting on curling their lashes.
Yeah.
Lipsticks are that for me.
Right.
Because I think, as with you, I have a really strong brow, so I don't really have to do
nothing is required. There's no
nothing.
nothing.
I don't even have to comb it. It's just there.
There.
So I don't have to touch that. But if I go out without any lipstick or any form of color on my lips, I just got a bit like zero effort. So
Right.
lipsticks are a big part of my
it's a staple
beauty
for
routine.
you.
Yeah, for sure. So you can either be Team Min or Team Tania
Yeah,
on this.
exactly.
Which
If
is great because I think like we're speaking to a greater audience. Right
Yeah,
now,
sure.
Right. So
Yeah.
if you do have like if lipsticks play a big part in your life, then definitely check out my recommendations.
Yes,
if
yes.
it's not as big, then I think Min's selections are great. Like a great alternative for a bit of color when you want to glam up. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything for everyone.
Yeah. So thank you so much. This is so fun.
Not at all. Amazing. I'm so glad that you had fun. But yeah, anyway, thank you again, Tania, for coming on. Alrighty then, catch you guys soon. Bye.